It's Friday. We're gonna talk about what's sold. Yeah, it's Friday. I hope you sold something too. Yes, I really, really do. It's Friday.
Hi, I'm back, and it's Friday, so we are going to talk about some things that sold from my eBay store this week. My hair's a little funny, but I had a hat on all day, so is what it is kind of thing. Gosh, I had some good sales this week, some things that really surprised me and made some good money. So I'm excited to tell you about them so you can also keep an eye out for them in the future. But as always, I am going to tell you how much I paid for the item, how much it sold for, how much the net profit is after we back out the fees and the cost of goods, of course. And then lastly, how long it took for that to sell. And this is going to help us all decide if these are things that we want to have in our eBay stores, our other online platforms. I am mostly eBay. I do some Poshmark, but that... eBay is that's my main thing. So anyway, the first thing here, this is a little bundle of 21 vintage refrigerator magnets, and they were really fun. The brand is called Acme, and mostly it was kitchen appliances, and there's a computer and a fax machine, a radio, a drum set. But these were fun because you push a button and like the drum set would make a drumming sound and so forth with that. So anyway, I picked up this little bundle of them for $55, and no, I'm already messing it up. Dang it. I'm not starting over. We are continuing. I bought these for $5 and they sold for $55. That gave me a profit of $41.55, and they only took 3 weeks to sell. So these are good. Of course, you want to look for them in a bundle, just one of them. It's probably not going to do as well for you, but if you have a bunch of them and they work, these are great. Keep your eye out for them. They're real cute too. All right, now here's a pair of Birkenstocks. They're still going. This pair I did, remember I paid $20 each for all of the Birks that I got. They sold, this is the Lugano sandal, and those sold for $65, and that gave me a profit of $35.25, and they just took 3 weeks to sell. I think I have 3 pairs left, so I'm hopeful. One of them is a pair of boots that was really like worn one time. So I really hope I can get top dollar for those. Okay, next up, this was something I tried out. I kind of paid up for it too. The brand is Veronese Design, and this is a beautiful mermaid in a bathtub. There's little bubbles and everything, and she's got candles going. I thought, why not? You know, it's weird enough that I like it and I want to see what'll happen. So I paid $16 for it, and it sold for $49.99, and that gave me a profit of $25.67, and that took 2 months to go. She was pretty. I like a mermaid. All right, now here's a purse. This one, the brand is called Sorial, which was a new brand to me, but I thought I'd give it a shot. It was just $3 at a yard sale. Sold for $29, and that gave me $21.13, and it only took a week to sell. And what I learned is this Sorial brand is really good. So keep your eye out for that. It's real plainly marked, nice, easy to read font. I love that. Yeah, I will get that again for sure if I find it. All right, now this next one here, this is a vintage ceiling light fixture cover, UFO style, round. I had some gold accents and it had the finial. I got that one for $2.95. It sold for $32, and that gave me $22.55, and that only took 2 weeks to go. That was a good one. I'm so glad I went into the world of vintage light fixtures and light covers, because they seem to they keep doing well for me. So I will keep on that train for sure. All right, now in this one, the picture, it's kind of hard to see any detail because there's a lot of pieces in here. I bought a binder full of pins, and they were from Destination Imagination. I don't remember what the total number of pins were that were in the thing, but I divvied them into lots and listed them. This is the first lot that has sold. 75 pins in this lot. I paid $9 for them, and it sold for $125. And I lost my place, and that gave me $98.19, and those took 2 days to sell. So once that happened, I got the rest of them listed. You're going to see some more later on in the video, so stay tuned for that. All right, now this shirt, this is the brand was called Born Again. It was from the 70s about, and it was a real neat cottagecore Victorian style high neck lace situation. And that one I paid $5 for, sold for $30, and that gave me $25. That's not true. It gave me $20.20, and that took 14 months to sell. And I am shocked. I thought that was going to fly out, but it didn't. So you never know. It just goes to show you. I don't know everything, but I'm glad it did sell eventually. Moving on. The next one here, this is a pullover hoodie jacket by Yo Colorado. And I got this one for $7.50, sold for $36, and that gave me $22.72, and that sold in 6 months. I got a vest at the same time. I'm hoping the vest is going to be good. That's one of their like best sellers, so we'll see what happens with that one. All right, now this is a hero find. And yeah, I'm going to give them full credit for this one. These are tiny little WWE wrestlers. They're called Teeny Mates. They're 1 inch tall. I had a group of 10 of them. We paid $5 for them, and they sold for $14. So that gave us a profit of $6.28, and they took 3 weeks to sell. So I'm real glad they sold. I didn't lose any money, but what I did learn is that, excuse me, sorry, hold on. I learned that these are not as valuable as you want them to be. They are highly collectible, but that does not necessarily mean that they are really valuable. Anyway, yeah, I think you need probably like a group of at least 30 of them to really make some good money on it. We definitely paid too much for them. Moving on. All right, this is a candle holder. It's a book. Really pretty. It was made in India, and it was super heavy, so we're still not sure what the metal was on it. And I disclosed that. I said it's made out of some kind of metal, and it's real pretty, so somebody bought it. And let's see, I paid $2.16 for it. Not bad at all. And that sold for $31. That gave me $25.67, and it took 7 months for that to sell. And then I even learned when I boxed it up, the top came off, which was so nice for shipping. So that was great all around. I like that guy. Okay, now let's see next here. Oh, this is the very last portion. It's not, because I have 2 coasters left of the Rosenthal dishes, but they're just kind of, replacement parts. This was the last substantial, stack of plates or dishes or whatever. So these are Rosenthal Studio Linny. Suomo is the pattern. They were super sleek, modern, minimalist style. And these were the soup bowls. I had 8 of them. I paid $7.44 for these. They sold for $175, and that gave me $142.21, and that took 2 months to sell. And honestly, on these Rosenthal dishes, I added it up, and I am in the profit on all of them. Somewhere in the mix of like $545, I think was the number. So that was great. And I will never overlook Rosenthal again. This pattern in particular is highly sought after, which is helpful. But if you see Rosenthal, look it up, do a Google image to see if you can find out the pattern, what it's called, and do some good research before you invest the money. But I mean, I got this whole thing for $50, and that was a really good deal for me. So I'm grateful for the Rosenthals. All right, future me here, breaking in because I was editing this video and I noticed I didn't have my second sale on the Destination Imagination pins. So here they are. I did sell a second lot of pins, and there were 70 pins in this one, and they sold for my full asking price of $149.99. And that, gosh, I got so excited to tell you about it, I didn't get my numbers. Let's see, I'm pulling it up on my spreadsheet here. Destination, here we go. All right, that one, the camera's in front of the spreadsheet. So 70 pins, paid $99 for them. They sold for $150, and that gave me a profit of $119.93. And I still have one more lot of these listed. I want to say it's a lot of 56 or maybe 58. So hopefully those will go quickly too. So back to the video. And sorry for the mistake. No, I'm not sorry. I mean, that's the way it is, right? Okay, back to me previously. Now, this is it's a utensil container. It's a cast iron, real heavy, very nice. It was given to me by a friend who was clearing out. So I got it for free. And that one sold for $21, which gave me $9.87 in my pocket, and it took 2 months to sell. And now, just a couple of days ago, we were at an estate sale, and Jonathan said, hey, look at this one. And I said, well, I'm sitting on one right now. So maybe I should have picked up another one. Who knows? But that was a good deal since I did get it for free. That was great. There was no brand name on it. Le Creuset makes these, and they go for a lot more. There's certainly other brands as well, but this one did not have a brand. And that's fine. It worked out just fine. Okay, now this is a sleek, very skinny and tall vintage mid-century. It's a cocktail pitcher, so maybe like a martini pitcher, if you will. Beautiful little two spouts, one on each side, and then it was painted with gold and pink paint, and there were geishas on both sides. And I, for the life of me, couldn't find anything like it in this world. Maybe I should have priced it higher, because I listed this I listed it using a comparable one that had flowers on it, no geishas. And that sold immediately. I got it for $3. It sold for $36, and that gave me $27.49 in one single day. See, mine didn't have a maker's mark on it. All the rest of them that I were finding, they said Culver, and it was a real clear gold signature right there at the bottom of the artwork, and mine did not have that. So I did put the Culver style, and I put in my description there was no signature. Again, that sold really fast, so I'm pleased with that one. Okay, we got 3 glass plates here. These were brand new. They're pretty. Little serving platters, or you could use them for snacks and whatever, but little oblong plates. Anyway, I paid just $2.88 for the set of 3. They sold for $25, and that gave me $17.33, and they took 4 months to sell. I have to say, I'm real proud of my packing job on this one. I'm going to put a picture right here of the situation that I created. Gosh, I put, each one was wrapped in some sheet foam, cardboard in between each one. They stacked up, and I just happened to have, you know, when you buy something, maybe electronics, and there's that foam that just goes around the edge of it and slides into the box. I had 2 of those foam pieces that fit perfectly on the plates, and that slid perfectly into a box. I just felt like a rock star with that shipping. And I haven't gotten feedback yet, and I'm hoping that gets mentioned, because that's good stuff right there. That's a good day when you can pack something up like that. All right, anyway, let's see. Next is the cute little ceramic. She was a ceramic sheep wearing a dress. So she's like, her body shape was the shape of a doll, but she had a ceramic sheep head and hooves, all 4 feet. And she was wearing a dress and a hat, real pretty. Was signed by the maker in the 90s. I paid $2 for her. She sold for $30, and that gave me $22.54, and she just took a month to sell. And I still have a horse and another sheep like that, so they're very cool. All right, supplements. You may remember I just picked these up, I think, last week, maybe? $2. This is the Vitality Now Youthful Brain. They're sealed. Supplements have to be sealed. Don't forget that. And the expiration date has to be far enough out so someone can purchase it and use them before they expire as well. And this one fit the bill. I paid $2 for it, sold for $25, and that gave me $19.10 in just a week. So that was a good one. All right, here's a skirt. The brand. I remember buying this skirt out of desperation. I had traveled far to an estate sale, couldn't find anything, and it's like I had to buy something. And now I have a rule that, Amy, you do not have to buy something at every sale. It is perfectly fine to leave without buying anything at all. And I want you all to remember that too. Don't feel like you have to buy just because you're there, and then you end up sitting on something for a very long time, like this skirt. The brand is called Mecca Femme, and paid $3 for it, and it sold for $20. Finally, I just kept lowering it. I took an offer, and that gave me $13.50 in my pocket, and that took 11 months to sell. Desperation skirt. All right, this next one is great. I am so happy with this one. Went with my gut on it. It was just this cutest little globe at an estate sale for just $2. I sold it for $115, and that gave me $96.58, and it took 3 weeks to sell. And I just realized I didn't tell you the brand. The brand is Weber Costello, and this is a 1930s 6-inch globe. Fantastic condition. This was very, very nice. And this one's actually going internationally, so that's exciting too. And if you're not familiar, when you ship something internationally with eBay using their program, if something happened, like that back box gets smashed, anything at all, like, you're not held liable for it. I mean, this isn't a very breakable item anyway. It's gonna be real easy to pack up, but it's just always nice when something goes internationally, you know, you're not gonna get it back. Even if they just want to return it because they don't like it, you still get to keep the money. eBay takes care of it. It's a good program. Join in if you're not in it. Next up here, the flatware for this week. This one is the Stainless by Imperial is the brand, and the pattern is called Encanto, of beautiful flowers on the handle there. I'm getting all choked up about this Encanto, I guess. But anyway, I paid just $10 for this set. It was beautiful. It was it was full service, missing one knife. And I even gave the lady my phone number. I said, if you find it in your drawers or whatever, give me a call. And she never did, but it still sold anyway. There were 61 pieces. I forgot to write that down, but got it for 10, sold for 115. And that gave me $88.23. And it took 6 months to sell. Okay, Rembrandt. This is a Delft canal house, and it's not just any canal house. This is Rembrandt's house, and the detail on it was fantastic. Like, you even show him in one of the windows. He's in there painting. It was really neat, and it's only 5.5 inches tall. I got this guy for $2, sold for $25, and that gave me $18.78, and that just took 2 months to go. Okay, what is next here? Oh, last item. This one was a nice surprise. I got this for $1 at a yard sale, actually last summer, and it sat in my pile. And I want you to know that this was the final item out of my death pile, and I no longer have a pile. This was the last item I picked up and took its picture and got it listed, and it sold really quickly too. So round of applause for me. I no longer have a death pile. Right now, what I do have is just a small assortment of things that I picked up this week that I will just work on for the next few days. My goal is to, on the weekends, I pick up stuff, and then during that next week, I will get it photographed and put away. So I at least have a draft of it ready to go if it's not listed just yet or what have you. But my new system, I think, is going to work great. And I'm just so excited that when I walk out of my office door, there's not a pile sitting there haunting me. And it felt really good. So I encourage you to keep working on your pile. It's a good thing, yes, for sure. But anyway, what this is a genuine Husqvarna sewing machine cover. And it was brand new. The lady had never used it. It was in its original packaging, pristine. Very easy to photograph, of course. Easy to store, too. Let's see, I got it for just $1, sold for $35, and that gave me $28.35, and it just took 10 days to sell. So that means 10 days ago is when that last thing left the floor, and it feels so good. So get it done. All right, so that's it. I don't know what's happening in your world, but gosh, it's in the 90s here in Colorado. So sourcing isn't the funnest, especially at yard sales, but I did manage to get out and do some sourcing today, which is great. So I'm going to have a video on Monday for you. I hope you tune in. Thanks for watching today. I hope you can get out there this weekend. I want you to find something good. I want you to get it listed and then get it sold. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.